Hey guys, so this week for 6th grade virtual, we're going to be focusing on the concepts on page number 8. Last week's video talked a little bit around line 15 and line 16, getting you through hot cross buns. So first, I just want to review, we're still using these 3 notes for most of the page until we get to line 18. This bottom line on the staff, that is going to be our E. For our trumpets, that's fingers 1 and 2. For our clarinets, that's just the first finger and the thumb covering the back hole. Our next note down, you'll notice, you can tell what it is because it's right below the line. That's our D. Trumpets, that's 1 and 3. And for our clarinets, that's adding a second finger on the front. And then our lowest note right now we know is the C, which has the line through it. That's called a ledger line. And that is open for the trumpets with slower air. And then for the clarinets, it's adding a third finger down. So you have your thumb and 1, 2, 3. So those are our 3 notes. And then the rhythms we're going to use on this page, we introduced the quarter note last week, which looks like this. It's a note with one line going up. Sorry for my bad handwriting up here. But it's worth 1 count, so I drew a 100 here. The one that's not filled in and has a line coming up is a half note. It's worth 2 counts, so 2 foot taps. And then the whole note, which is worth 4 foot taps, just like we did back at the early beginning of the year when we were sizzling rhythms. So 1 foot tap, 2 foot taps, and 1, 2, 3, 4 foot taps. So that one's going to feel long. Now the silences in music also have names as well. And we have this one that kind of looks like a squiggly S. In your book, it looks a little fancier than my handwriting. But that's a quarter rest, and it gets 1 count of silence, just like we saw in line 15. Then we have the one that comes up from the line. It's like a rectangle that kind of looks like a hat. If it's coming up from a line, that's 2 counts or 2 foot taps of silence. And then the long one, I forgot to write my 4 under here, but you get the idea. This is a whole rest, and it gets 4 foot taps worth of silence. Now, a lot of that stuff we've been doing, this page is adding more of these quarter notes and quarter rests.